Ay, nako. I'm so deeply angry with my mother from school. Hindi ko lang masabi because there's no point in complaining about it like this. I'm just venting out air because no one will listen to me. No one can comfort me about this. Not even my parents, because they're only gonna lecture me about it. I'll have to deal with this shit for the next year, possibly. Just because. This school's the type to, I won't name it as much as possible. Shame on my school. Nag-isip ako ng I made a bunch of school names back in the day. Make up a school name for my situation. So this is a vlog. Kailangan ko gumawa ng content, but I couldn't think of one. And it's difficult to force myself to talk about nothing, because my mind is an idea-oriented guy. I'm not exactly relationship-oriented, or I struggle to make up a story on the fly, because that kind of shit is sort of an advanced version of idea-based, being idea-based. I'm still in the basics. That's when you've come to a point where I know my idea, now I'm gonna talk about the relationships of ideas with other ideas. And later on, I'm gonna do the same thing. It just so happens that my concept is about people. And you're gonna focus now on the relationships, the roads, as opposed to the destination. Alright. I've already made a long video about this. I-edit ko na lang yun with regards to here, but yeah. Basically, in my school situation, there is a subject called WRP, where it's basically our wellness recreation. It's basically PE for college. And is it zoomed in? What the hell is it zoomed in? Seems like I'm gonna have to repeat it, just because of a certain technicality with regards to non-compliance of a comment of the instructor of a subject that there is no instructor, there is no visible instructor, there is only the compliance of requirements, but there is no visible reply. And if they do reply, it's invisible, because for some fucking reason the course isn't 5%. What the hell? The course is 5%. The course does not notify. Hold on, I'll get my. The course does not notify the student of those particular instances of replies, but in other subjects they do. So it's like, that's already pre-installed. Pero why? That's already pre-installed in the system and it's adjusted in the settings. But why isn't in this subject a minor subject? But why isn't this minor subject also programmed in such a way that it receives such comments? Because that's the student's responsibility to do na. Okay. Okay. That's where my shortcomings come into play. Big fucking lie, big fucking bullshit sandwich. I don't often curse or swear at things. I don't like to curse at people, even as just a, funny remark, or even if they're buddies. I don't know, because swearing at someone is still swearing to someone, cursing at someone. And I don't like to say this, but from the bottom of my heart, I want to say, fuck you, school. You know who you are. I'm not gonna name it because it's legalities. I don't want to concern myself with that. I'm just a student that's venting his frustrations in a public platform. I'm sure everyone has that, especially student walls. Ang dilim. Alright, I'm gonna keep it open. Especially student boards, student walls in their Facebook pages. But yeah, I'm gonna be stuck with this for a year. The duration of my remaining semester and possibly certain conditional shit. So, di kaya di magagawa. Oh, because of a certain... We have to follow the school system. Well, fuck your school system. The humans are... The people there are so robotic. They're adjusting to the system, and the system itself is incredibly strict. It has a binary proposition whether the student complies or they don't. The system does not... It's not open for the detail specific instances for if there is no missing legal requirements, but the tiny compliance of no comment, of not replying in that comment of a teacher that does not even exist until that very moment, and in which the function, the setting of the system did not even matter until that moment, and all throughout, it's all just fucking bullshit. Sige, let's say, well, the contents of my requirements naman does not exactly answer the question. Well, fucking shit! Yung nagbasa tanga. The person who read my submitted assignment was a fucking idiot, a stupid motherfucker, and did not read into the lines. Admittedly, that was a bit of a rant, but I was expressing my concern while also answering the question through example of the story. Short story yun. Putang ina mo. Last semester, I did the same thing. No such issue happened. Why? Is it because the issue with this one is so drastic that you had to comment, and I was oblivious to you commenting because the system did not reply to me, did not notify me of anything, and the fact that you have to ask me that question means you're stupid enough to miss out my concern in that assignment. You didn't read between the lines. Now my life is ruined because of you. You binary thinking stupid piece of shit. Probably is going through divorce settlements, but your Catholic concern is calling you back. I don't even know if you're a man or woman. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't give a damn anymore. I don't want to give a damn about this, but it affects me because it wastes my time. Ayun, babalik tayo sa first concern ko. It's funny, graduating in this school and the other schools is the kind of mentality that goes, oh, I'm grade conscious when I was still here, but now that I'm out of it and now that I've lived life, I start to enjoy my time and go, you know what? Your life isn't dictated by grades. You can only say that once you're successful, but not when you're suffering in the heap. Is a man who's struggling with water, the Samuel Johnson quote.
Is not a patron, my lord, one who looks with unconcern on a man struggling for life in the water, and when he has reached ground, encumbers him with help? The notice which you have been pleased to take of my labours, had it been early, had been kind, but it has been delayed till I am indifferent, and cannot enjoy it, till I am solitary, and cannot impart it, till I am known, and do not want it. I hope it is no more cynical asperity not to confess obligations where no benefit has been received, or to be unwilling that the public should consider me as owing that to a patron which Providence has enabled me to do for myself.
The school is the type of person that will say, value your time, grades don't reflect the true value of you as a person and your intellect. But apparently it does in the moment of grading. Am I still fucking recording? I still am. Don't mind the background. Oh, I'm supposed to be real. Real shit. YouTube now is just filled with sponsors, advertisements, and it's now become TV. To some extent, it has its benefits, but YouTube was once a platform called for people to broadcast themselves. And it still is to some extent, but broadcast yourself with a budget, if you have a budget. Well, my only budget is this old curmudgeon tripod, glass of water, and this fucking banana. How many minutes? I still have time. I have to edit this down. I'm already in the 10-minute mark. But for my first rant, alright, if I'm gonna have to deal with this for the next year, until the next year, and I have no friends to console myself with this, the friends that I do have aren't providing me the comfort that I need and aren't enough, so I'm gonna have to fight back. Now I have to fight back. I need to use this for myself, make content out of this, because it's a ventilation for me. It's gonna adjust back my mind to be a little bit more okay, be a little bit more not relaxed, but I have catharsis, I have release from stress, and editing videos and vlogs will probably put me on the map, put me on the hit list, but put me on a certain trajectory to getting my life back together. Because at this point in time, I really need to do this. I really need to, and I want to, but the need and want are fighting each other. There needs to be a truce between them. And I choose to do this because if watching videos, consuming videos is the only thing I'm good at, that I could do consistently and do unconsciously and do without problem. I can watch a 1-second video to a 5-hour video, no problem, no questions asked. A single book with this much amount of pages takes me 10 years to read. Well, there's clearly it takes me 10 years to read, and I want to be a writer. Well, there's clearly a problem. And some solutions to that problem, this country, this school, all the other situations online, I've searched for years on end. They're too expensive, are not available, can't provide. So, gotta do it all by myself. But if that's the case, might as well make it fun for me. I don't want to care if other people are gonna dislike me or hate this, but this is my only way to feel a little bit more calm about my situation. A little bit more calm. If this is the only way it has to go, then so be it. Like the Union, so be it.
Unless Hume led an exemplary life, Johnson cried out, "You lie." Which Smith retorted, "You are a son of a bitch."
Alright, I'm gonna have to look for the Samuel Johnson quote for a bit, because I couldn't quite find it. But for the meantime, I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna make a lot more of these. And I'm gonna chronicle my journey in and out of school, in and out of life. It's just a way to vent my frustrations. Because if God or experience has not taught me enough, at this point in time, after years of trial and error, having learned my error, and yet still failing because of a technicality in the rules that I wasn't aware of, or that I thought I knew well enough, but apparently it's not enough, I might as well do this for my fucking self. I don't want to swear too much. I will reserve that for moments of frustration, such as this one, which is extremely appropriate, and I'm gonna go all out. Not necessarily Martin Scorsese every after line, but every after needed indication, like in BoJack Horseman, where they only swear once per season, and it's in the height of a climactic scene. So, ayan. For now, is this still recording? Is this thing